So I just wanted to come on here and tell you guys I'm back. So if you haven't seen all my other videos, or if you did see them and you're wondering what the heck happened, I just want to give you guys like a recap. So in 2017, I got to my highest weight ever, which is 297 pounds. And then by the end of 2018, I had lost 100 pounds. I was down to 195 pounds. And then I pretty much maintained that. I went between 195 and 205 until 2021 in March when I stopped dipping. That's like nicotine pouches used. It's all why my teeth are all messed up. So I stopped using all forms of nicotine, and within 3 months, I had gained back 40 pounds, got up to 240 pounds. By the end of 2021, or I guess it was February 2022, I was down to 210 pounds. But in February of 2022, I found out I was 6 months pregnant. It's actually really funny because I have progress pictures on my Instagram of me being like, look how skinny I was. And then literally the next day I found out I was pregnant. Like, you really can't even tell. Anyway, so I had her July 2022. And then I was breastfeeding. I didn't really try to lose any weight. Wasn't really even paying attention to it. And then I found out when I was 3 months postpartum with her, I was pregnant again. Now I've dealt with infertility and infant loss and miscarriages in the past. So this was actually like incredible. So, I was pregnant with him. I, again, really didn't try to lose weight because I was pregnant. I tried to make healthy choices, always tried to get enough fruits and vegetables in my day, but slowly I stopped watching my sugar intake, and I really delved deep into a sugar addiction. And so I had him in July 2023. Yes, they are 5 days less than 1 year apart. They are Irish twins. I know some people don't like that terminology, but they're less than a year apart. Then for the past 6 months, I was breastfeeding him. So still really wasn't trying to lose weight. I kind of deal with low supply a little bit, so I really don't want to be like trying to lose weight while I'm breastfeeding. But he's on formula now, so that's not a concern anymore. The other thing is that over the last few years, I had been getting incredibly stressful because was my father's power of attorney. He had Alzheimer's, and since 2018, I've pretty much been taking care of him. He lived by himself up until the end of 2021 when he moved in with my brother, but I still had to do a lot for them to keep their household running, keep my household running. And then last year, 2023, he had declined enough. He was actually in a nursing home the whole year. And unfortunately, he passed away in December 2023. So just 3 months ago, he passed away. I might do a story time on that eventually because although he had Alzheimer's, he did not pass away from Alzheimer's. He passed away from negligence in a medical facility. But I don't know how much about that I can say right now, if you know what I mean. So anyway, so when I was pregnant with Genevieve, I got back up to 240 pounds, and then I don't remember if I lost hardly any of that. I think I did. I think I went down to 220, but then when I was pregnant with Henry, I got back up to 240, and then after I had him, I know I went down to 220 without even trying, just breastfeeding and having a baby. But now I'm back up to 220 pounds. Like I said, the last 6 months, well, really last 2 years, but 6 months especially, I've really let myself give in to my sugar addiction, which has been not good at all. Just not good for my health. One thing about me is that I am sober from alcohol for 5 years. And before I was an alcoholic, I had a food addiction. I would say fast food addiction at that point, not necessarily sugar, just all things unhealthy. And then I transferred that to alcohol, which is when I lost a bunch of weight. And then I was able to maintain that because I was actually working out a lot, and I had lots of food rules that I have since stopped following, like not keeping sweets in the house, not keeping bread in the house, not eating bread, not eating like sugary cereals, not eating like junk food. But I slowly but surely I stopped doing that, especially as my oldest got older. When he was 2, it was really easy to just feed him fruits, vegetables, stuff like that. But then as he got older, he asked for things at the grocery store. He wants the sugary cereal. And of course, I try not to let him like just super indulge either. I do, he's only allowed to have, a certain amount of sugar each day, and we make sure, fruits and vegetables, healthy foods first, foods to fuel our body, like we do, foods that fuel our body versus fun foods that, are fun sometimes, but you really got to watch them. You always got to eat your body fuel foods first. And so that's what we're doing with him. But anyways, so slowly but surely stop following the food rules. And then when I quit the nicotine, oh my gosh, seriously, like nicotine, it helped me a lot. It helped me with concentration. I have ADHD, and it helped a lot with concentration, with being motivated. It helped a whole lot with appetite control. But ultimately, like, you can see my teeth, it was really messing my teeth up. I'm missing a bunch of teeth now. I have to get even more teeth pulled. Like, it is not worth it to use tobacco, at least in the form that I was using it. I mean, no shame to whoever. I mean, there was a point in time, when I was in my early 20s, I was like, I'm never going to stop dipping because I just love the way it makes me feel. But then I lost some teeth, and I was like, maybe I don't love the way this makes me feel anymore. So I quit that. But anyway, since then I've really been struggling, and like lately, I was just really like, I would eat something breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then have dessert after. Like breakfast, I would eat, eggs and sausage links and maybe even toast, and then have like a brownie after. Or I would have a whole lunch, and then I'd have peanut butter and jelly sandwich after. Like and then my husband and I, don't throw him under the bus, but we both have been struggling with this. After dinner, after the kids go to bed, we're winding down. It's like we're both like, okay, what are we gonna eat? We're gonna eat some ice cream, we're gonna have cookies and all of the Oreos, just all the snack foods. And it's just really been bad. But honestly, I was just, I have gotten up to 240 pounds again. I've kind of been like, haven't really been concentrating that much on losing weight. But then I went to the doctor yesterday, and my cholesterol is real high. My cholesterol and my triglyceride, my total cholesterol and my triglycerides are both almost 300. I think triglycerides is like 284, and then total cholesterol was like 269 or something. That's compared to 2021, my total cholesterol was like 160, which I think she still said was high, and my good cholesterol was low. But my triglycerides were like 104, and now my triglycerides are almost 300. And so I really need to do something about this. And so basically what I've been told is to avoid sugary foods, and I need to exercise every day. And that goes along with something else that they found out in 2021, that my heart, sometimes when it pumps, it like flows backwards sometimes. And they said basically I need to strengthen my heart, and the way to do that is just exercise like I think they said like 4 days a week, 60 minutes, like vigorous exercise. I was supposed to get my heart rate up above like 160 or something for it to count. And that's what I was supposed to be doing to strengthen my heart, but I have not been doing that. So now I have to do that because I don't want to die. I do have a family history of diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, heart attack, and stroke, both from my mother and my father's side. My mom had a stroke when she was 42, and my biological father does not have his legs because of diabetes. And both of his parents died from heart attacks. So anyway, what happened was on Saturday night, it was about 3 a.m. and I went to lay down, and my entire right side of my body went numb, including my face. And like, I was kind of freaking out. I even like got up to look in the mirror to like see if my face is drooping, because I was like, I don't know why I just did that. But so I looked in the mirror at my face and everything, and my face wasn't drooping, but it was very weird and uncomfortable. But I ended up like trying to walk off. I was kind of having a little bit of a panic attack after it happened. And, because like that's the symptom of a stroke. My mom had a stroke when she was 42. So I was like, but I didn't want to wake my husband up and be like, let's go to the emergency room if it was nothing. So since I would have had to call an ambulance because, all the kids were here. I mean, what are we going to do? Wake up all the kids to go to the hospital? No. But anyways, eventually it went away and I fell asleep. And the next morning I woke up stuff was real weird with me, it was like when I would like my fingers were like numb, and like when I like touch stuff, sometimes I can't feel it. It's like real random. Like sometimes I do feel it, but sometimes it's like I touch things and it like I can't feel it. It's so weird. Like I feel something's like cold, or like cold, soft or hard, but I wouldn't be that's it. I can't feel if it's like cold or bumpy or like anything, and it's not like transmitting to my fingers. Like it's, I don't know, it's really weird. And I've also been having like chest pains. And my doctor thinks it's like palpitations and the thing with the blood flowing backwards and everything. And also with my cholesterol being higher, she thinks my arteries are like hardening already, which is really scary because I'm only 29 years old. Like that should not be happening already. And she said, pretty much I need to reverse it now. And if I want to reverse it now, I have to. Oh, my A1C went up. So that leads us to right now. So I'm like, I gotta get back on track. I gotta stop the food addiction, and I gotta exercise. Exercising is easy for me. I really enjoy it. I have like Wii games for dancing, and I know I can do dance workouts. I can do walk with Joe workouts. I can actually go outside and walk. I've got a double stroller for the kids. I've got lots of stuff. So that's not a problem. It's the food problem. And it's not even like I know what to eat. I wake up in the morning and I eat eggs with bell peppers and like a carb smart tortilla, like breakfast burrito and like banana. And then for lunch, like today I had a baked potato and this homemade chicken soup, which is chicken thighs, chicken broth, carrots and celery, and it's delicious. But the problem is, not eating after I eat. Like right now, I just had lunch, and while I feel full, I could eat more. I could stuff my stomach right now. But it's day one. I can't do that. And but you know what? I'm just gonna do like the Overeaters Anonymous thing. I've been 5 years sober from alcohol, and lots of times over the past couple of years I've been like, why can't I kick this food addiction? I kicked alcohol, like why can't I just kick the food addiction? And the truth is that I can kick the food addiction. I just haven't wanted to. Not that I just haven't been ready, I guess. I would rather eat brownies and cake and ice cream every night than actually put in the hard work and do it, because it is hard work. I know in a couple of months, like, it won't be that big of a deal. It's the same way with getting sober from alcohol. The first 3 months were, lots of craving, lots of triggers, lots of everything. And I really, really, really wanted it, but I just couldn't let myself give in. I had to distract myself every single time that I wanted to drink. I couldn't just run to the store and get it. I had to distract myself. And that's the same thing with this. I just have to distract myself. And so basically, if I want to eat, I'm going to go do some exercise. And if I still want to eat after that, then I can. But I need to take the time to stop and be like, okay, do I really want to eat, or am I just hungry? And I don't mean like I want to run for an hour or anything. Like, I'm not going to get that into the exercise. But if I can do 10 minutes of, pacing around the living room or something like that, just to give it some time to be like, am I really hungry? Do I really need this? I really need to think this through first. Like I just think that'd be real beneficial. So anyway, so follow me on Instagram. It's the same handle here, Molly Loses It. And yeah, keep checking back here, and I'll let you guys know how it goes, and we'll see. This is the last time I'm going to be doing this. Like, I'm not going to be starting over. I'm not going to be doing it again. You will not see any more start over videos. I'm telling you, like, I quit alcohol. I am an alcoholic, and I have been sober for 5 years, and that's how I know that I can do this. I can do this. I know that I can. And I'm motivated, and I know that I can, 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 and yes, I will.